Jose,
Good morning, Miss LisaRaye McCoy.
good morning to you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Listen, 6 seasons is nothing to snuff at. I mean, what is about this show that people keep coming back and they give you more money to make some more?
I know that's what I said. I said, when you get over 5 seasons, you're almost shocked that you have the sixth season. But to me, that just means that the audience wanted more, and BET Plus listens, and so that within itself is like, okay. So now I'm even hopeful for season 7, but want to get through season 6 because it's a doozy. It's been a show that's been around for years now. Carl Weber is our writer, and he's a writer extraordinaire from his books. And he has put so many different storylines into one series here. Till we have story A, B, C, D, and it's thrilling. That's what I'll say. When you're watching something the way that I like to watch TV, I like to have cliffhangers. I like for you to leave me with wanting more. And I can say that when the season go off and everybody go, oh man, you got to be kidding me. Then that means something, because that means you got an audience for the next season as well. And we've been successfully able to do so.
Cliff after cliffhanger. This has become very bingeable, right? And so, what would you
Yes.
recommend to binge this with? A bucket of ice cream, sweet popcorn. What is the best thing to binge this show with?
I wouldn't say a drink because you might spill it. You know what I mean? So I'd say something a little more solid than that. So maybe popcorn. I really conduct my living room like a theater. I like the down home feel of being on the floor on the carpet with a blanket and being warm and fuzzy, that kind of thing. But it's something that in there for everyone because everyone has a family, and you always have that one person that you look at and go, why are you the way you are, or why are you so confused, or why did you do that? It's something that makes you just discouraged from your family. We all have been there. Your cousin had pissed you off, your mama that made you mad, you know and you have conspired to do something to someone else, and this show has all of that in there. You think, you always say family is the ones that's the closest to you that can hurt you. And I believe that that can be true, and in this show, The Family Business, the the title alone makes you feel like, okay, everybody in the family is in some type of business. True, true. But how you protect that business, you can have a different outlook on how your protection comes across than the matriarch of the family. And you can think, and you can be also jealous of that. And season 6 shows that.
Mm.
Season 6 for my character, Donna Duncan, I was married into the family and used to also date the head of the family as well. So that right there, that twist of that was like, what? Huh? But she's bitter. Donna, my character, is bitter because she feels that she deserves more of what she's gotten. And perhaps so, because season 5 allowed you inside her character to realize why she's the way she is. There was a big cliffhanger last season, but this season, she's coming back for revenge. She's coming back to give everybody something to talk about and the reasons why. And it's really gutter, and I'm so sure that it happens even on a cartel level, and so that's how deep this runs this season. So I think it's really something to continue to watch for the audience that has followed us from season 1 into this season now.
What I mean, we have all types of acting tributes, right? Some of us pour into our character, and sometimes the character pours into us. What is one thing that you and your character have in common that people be like, "Oh, I can see that in you," or you can see that in your character, Donna?
She's a baddie, and as much as she wants this revenge, she is a thinker, and she's thought about how she's going to play this out. How is she going to get what she wants? And I'm very much like that. I want what I want when I want it, and no to me is almost like, what do you mean no? Because no is so permanent. And because being an actress, we get more no's than yeses, obviously. So we have to have a thick skin. But, you got to be able to run something and control something. And I like to say that that's my life, you know. So when I want something, I get it. I get it. I go get it. It's within my reach and it's reasonable. And sometimes even when it's not reasonable, I'm still trying to figure out how I can get it. But I got a good record. I got a good record of getting what I want, so I want to continue on that lucky path. I don't even believe in luck, but I'm blessed.
You're blessed. I know you. It's like you're an overnight success. Although back in 1995, you were in a single episode of what show? Martin, right? How was that How was that experience, and how did you get that role?
When you come to LA, you hit in the streets. Like back in those days, there wasn't any social media or any of that. So you had to hit the pavement and knock on doors. And I did that, and I ran into the fellas that did extra casting and just trying to get my feet wet. And he said, "Hey, I can put you on, some background." And I didn't really even know what that was. I was so green. I just was so new, just trying to figure it out. And the fellas that put me on Martin, and amongst all the other, extras that was there, they needed someone to ride the back of Tommy. And I was like, I can do it. And that little punch up did wonders for me because, believe it or not, so many of my friends saw that episode and was like, oh, you out there, you doing your thing. And I'm thinking, that's how it starts. Like, I had no lines, nothing, just a visual. And that was enough to make me even hungrier and go, okay, keep going. And then I got a little part on In the House with LL Cool J, Debbie Allen, and Maya Campbell. And I was a UPS girl, and I had lines. And I was thinking, oh, my God, I got 3 lines. This is it. But every time I got anything and something, it was more and more. And it just fed me and made me go, I am absolutely in the right place because I'm growing. I like this, and this is fun. Well, and the rest is history. Got Players Club, and yay.
Well, happy 30th anniversary. Okay. I don't know how to say that. I mean, that's great for business, right? What is the secret to your longevity in the business? Is it being humble, being constantly grateful and praising? What's the secret for you?
I think it is being humble because I'm not a boaster. I'm not like I did this and I've done that. It is a realization that actually comes to me even when I do interviews and my resume is read. Sometimes we concentrate on what we don't have and where we're not at and why I'm not at the Oscars and why I'm not hanging out with so-and-so, and then it makes you think, well, am I not good enough? And so we're so much in our head. If you let that kind of talk take over, then you're not going to grow and you're not going to enjoy your journey. And I do go back and forth with that, but I also learn to appreciate where I am because at every level anyone is at is to be celebrated because everyone can't do the same thing. So we all are on different levels. So I'm appreciative to where I am. And I also love the fact that the younger generation embraces me in a way that makes me almost, I'm taken aback because they're like, you know what, we love you. And you are so pretty and you're so down to earth and you're so this. And sometimes I just look at them like, really? And it's not that I don't believe that any of that. It's just that when someone sees that in you and they're so in awe, you kind of like, wow, what is it that you see? How deep are you looking? And I think we all need a little bit of that because for me, that's encouragement and inspiration. So I think the younger generation, I can single-handedly say that Players Club and my character as Diamond put stripping back on the map, put dancing back on the map. So needless to say, when I go into a strip club, they pushing the button like, she's here, And I absolutely am having fun with what I came out here to do. And I was always dreaming of becoming an actress. And I don't want to say always, but when I started thinking, okay, maybe this is something I can do, it took off. And you're right. I have a niche to stay relevant and consistently work. And I do. I absolutely do. And I have different characters under my belt. And I'm happy of the work that I get because I get paid for it and I'm able to take care of my family. I'm able to travel around the world and I'm able to have a lifestyle that I've dreamed of. And so that's a blessing, and I'm looking for more.
Let me tell you, 30 years in the business and you still look like you 30, girl. So stop playing.
Ooh, and I just had a birthday. Happy birthday to me, and I'm not 30, but hey, I
September
can act like it.
September 23rd. All right. Libra's in the building. I appreciate that.
Yes. I'm still celebrating.
I want to thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to the season of the family business, and congratulations on all your success, and I can't wait to see what else you got going on.
I appreciate it. Please binge watch it and let me know what you think, okay?
Yes,
ma'am. You
ma'am.
can reach me on The Real L Ray 1.
The Real L?
The Real L Ray 1.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay. Thank you.